So it's Wednesday again, the first Wednesday of a new year, of a new whatever. And so it's again podcast time, obscure music podcast time, how we made that sound. And today my guest is Bernd from the awesome band Tattooed Brain, a band who came in twice, and we did quite a journey. We had quite a journey with these songs we did here, and we're gonna talk about it in length. The guys of Tattooed Brain are all not in their 20s, but 40, 50 years old-ish. But making good hard rock music as ever. All the links in the description below. I hope you enjoy our conversation. Here we go. The first question I ask everyone, and you might only be able to talk for yourself, how did you start music?
I started music when I was 6 or 7 years old. I started playing the piano. Classic piano, only classic, and it comes from my grandmother. She was playing piano, and I was impressed. And I said, I want to play that too. And my parents were very proud, because in our family it's somehow important to play an instrument. It was something very, very special in our family, and they were happy that I wanted to play the piano. And I started with 6 or 7 years playing piano, and at the age of 12, 13, I started playing electric guitar. Because I was a huge metal fan at this time already, and listened to Metallica very much. And I said, "Wow, these guys are great. What they are doing, it's really, really good stuff, and I want to play guitar like this." And so I started playing guitar when I was 12, 13 years.
Which album are we talking?
I guess it was Master of Puppets or Ride the Lightning. I'm not sure at the moment. But
it's 84.
84. Well, it must be a little bit later then, but I think, this time, around this time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess an instrument was always present at your house.
Yes,
There was always
yes.
music at your house.
Yes.
But nothing that loud or that...
No, not really. My brother played the violin, my father as well.
All classic
music, yeah. And me, I actually was the first one playing some other music, yeah. But it was okay, yeah. Actually, it was okay.
No fighting with your parents.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's demon music or something.
No, not at all. This comes a bit later as I started playing music. It was okay. The problem was a friend of mine, and his family was very much involved in all this Christian thing, go to church and everything else. And his parents, they said, "Oh, this is devil's music."
Okay.
Yeah, this was a short time where my parents really asked, "So what this music is about?"
Okay.
But this was no problem. I explained it, and it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they encouraged you to do this music, or was it just like happening? Because I remember my people just... They let me go.
Yeah, it was the same.
In the popular music. Yeah. There was no encouragement. There was no like, this is great music. Here's all our records.
No. And my parents
listen to this.
My parents were just like, okay, he's playing guitar. Let him do whatever he wants to.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no encouragement. There was no, you have to play more classic guitar or whatever. It was, do what you want, have your fun, and we're happy with that. Yeah?
But also nothing positive then.
No, nothing positive as well. Just do whatever you want,
okay.
Yeah, and we're happy that you play, but they weren't really interested in what I was doing. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
which is very funny because some bands I know, the people attend the concerts and are fan number one, and I could never imagine my parents attending just one show of one project I ever did. It's all okay, I just do it and it's fine, but I cannot imagine my parents. Especially not now, but imagine my parents visiting any of my concerts. So I think it's the same.
It's the same with me. The same with me. It's absolutely the same with me. It was, no, they don't have ever. How should I say? Were brave enough to get in contact with that music.
Brave enough to get in contact with that music. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice phrasing. Okay.
Yeah.
To get a bit further with the band,
exactly.
How did you guys meet? Because you're all a bit different.
Exactly,
and
we are. Yeah.
The band you are is a bit different because you're all not mid-20s.
No, not at all. We're at the 40s and 50s, or even
and you haven't
60s.
found you have found, let's say, a few years back. So you're not a band with 20 years on your back.
No, we are somehow a young band with old people. How did it all started? It started, as always, with a dream coming from my side. I stopped making music when I was around 25 or 26 for a longer time. I was busy with family and job and all that stuff. And then I realized, okay, I have to start again making music because this is something very special. I need it in my life. And I met Harry, our drummer, just simply over an personal ad at the internet. I just was looking for someone jamming around, just to have someone we can meet once in a week or even more. And we met over the internet, and the first time we met. Sometimes there are some magical moments when you meet persons, and Harry and me, it was like, we fit together. It was what was clear at the first second. We two are just like brothers, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we jammed, and it was cool, and we grooved good stuff. It was originally planned as a cover band or just playing cover songs. Yeah.
Just for fun.
Just for fun in the cellar, playing cover songs, and we got some different influences. He was a bit more like our metal hardcore, hard rock. I was more on the punk rock side or alternative rock, and we found some songs we wanted to cover. And one rehearsal, he asked, "Hey Bernd, do you have own songs?" I had one riff at this moment. I said, I can play it. I was a bit shy because I never wrote music or saw myself as a composer or whatever. I played this riff and Harry said, "Wow, that's cool. Let's make only own songs. Do you have more?" And this was the stone, and it becomes rolling. Yeah.
So you never played in a band original music before?
No, it was always cover songs, punk rock bands playing cover songs, and not in a band with own songs, never before. And this was the dream for me to somehow write my own songs and to play it on stage. Yeah. So this was the beginning.
You always wanted to play it on stage because you said you were happy playing in the cellar for yourself.
Yes, it was just like, because I didn't make music for over 10 years. Yeah, I said, okay, I'm not good enough for that stuff.
Okay.
And just say, okay, let's start a bit down. Yeah, and not to be, how should I say, just for fun. It was somehow a dream to get on stage and to play in a band. But I said, okay, I don't have the time. Family, job, and all that stuff. That was okay, just jamming in the cellar. That was okay in the beginning, but then it was become a good thing, and it developed. Because Harry and me, we were fitting very good, and we had good ideas, and I said, okay, let's build a band. So we were searching for a bass guitar player and a singer. This took some time. We started, I think, 2017, 18, and then we found our singer, Michael. over the internet as well, and Uwe, our bass guitar player, over the internet as well. And so we are not young anymore. Yeah, and every person has its own special musical background, and we don't really fit together. Yeah, everyone has this, because we're not so young anymore. We have our history, and it was it was quite crazy to build this band.
But it's awesome. Yeah. I like you guys.
Thank you.
So
likewise.
I wrote something down that might be controversial. How is life as a 50+ band, and are you happy to be a hobby band? So, because I understand you're basically doing this for yourself in the very first place.
Yep.
And if there might be some shows, that's all fine.
Yes.
But as COVID happened, that all not happened. And we're going to talk about COVID in a few seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's a
topic of our
band,
band.
of our relationship with this studio.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because a lot of bands I have in here are very passionate, are really forward-looking, getting shows in, getting the social media sorted. That's all a big topic. Yeah. But it never came up with you guys. It's just here's music. We just do music. So how is life as a 50+ hobby band?
It's really is an adventure, because we're not doing it for being famous or earning money with that stuff. It's just our passion to play music. And it doesn't matter what other people think outside there.
So it seriously doesn't matter for none of you?
For me, I'm talking for me, not at all. I would be happy if someone would say outside there, whoa, great stuff. Yeah, I like this, what you're doing. Of course, yeah. But no, we're just doing it for what we want to do. Yeah, to be happy, to be content with that, what we're doing. Yeah, and of course we want to play some gigs, and it would be cool. The audience said, yeah, Geil, cool songs, but we don't. How should I say? We don't focus on the market. Like what kind of music is now very popular or whatever. Yeah, so we're just doing what we're doing, and the songs are the songs that we're doing. Yeah, we don't fit in any genre as well. It's like what are we doing? Is it hard rock? Is it metal? Is it punk? I don't know. So yeah, and we discussed this in the band already. What genre is that? Yeah. We still have no answer for this.
No, me neither. Yeah. Me neither. But it's fine. It's good music. Yeah. You mentioned playing shows. I think you played 2 or 3 shows.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. No, 4. 4
shows.
4 already. Yeah.
4 already. Yeah, because COVID was the thing. Yeah. How is it playing shows with kids? Because I can imagine you guys just laugh over these little kids in their 20s running around, being nervous, and you're just standing there and we're just playing. It was
the first gig. It was in a band contest in Frankfurt, and of course the other bands were younger. It was strange how they looked at us. Yeah, it was strange for us as a band being in our 50s. Playing together with people who are 20, 25, I think they have a different attitude than we have. We're doing it for fun. Let's play. Yeah. Let's have fun. We don't care if we win this contest or not. We just want to play and want to play the show and want to have a good show. But it doesn't matter if we really come the next round or whatever. And the other guys were more keen or eager. To win this show. They have more, how should I say?
Competitiveness.
They're more competitive than we are. We just lay back and say, let's play and have fun. So
negative against you guys?
No.
No?
No. No.
Oh, no. Have you been there? Yeah, they're not going to win it anyway, so we don't need to...
No, it was well, we have this other band. I I can't remember the names. Sorry. There were guys in the mid-20s, and they wanted to start and want to get famous and want to play for earning money. But this was okay. We were talking just like musician to musician.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It was just a mutual respect for what we were doing.
Okay.
Yeah, we were respecting. Okay, this is a young band with good musicians, and maybe they have a good future. They are different. They had a different position in their life, yeah, and they respected that we are in a different position in their lives than they are. So it was a mutual respect. It wasn't just not like oh God, these old guys, what do they want here? Yeah, you know.
And
it
the
was
other
okay.
way around.
No,
you're like,
no.
well, look at these youngsters.
These young guys. No, it wasn't like this. No, it was more like. Yeah, it was mutual respect, and this was okay. Yeah, this was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You played this contest, I guess, right before you came into the studio.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this was right before you wanted to come into the studio.
Yeah.
So this is end 2019.
2019, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you booked a session for April 2020, which obviously didn't happen. I guess 2 weeks before or something. I can't remember. It was really, really close. But it didn't happen.
Exactly.
And then you came
in November
2020, right before the second lockdown.
Yeah, genau. Exactly.
You were in. Let's talk about this session because as the podcast is called, how we did get how we got that sound. It's a bit about music as well.
Of course, it should be.
So you came in and didn't quite know what to expect.
Exactly.
But I just let you play, and you said. Or you guys said, no, we can't play together. I remember you all being very humble, of course, but not much self-confidence.
Exactly.
And now we don't want to play to a click because we can't, and blah, and everything very, very safe, and we play all together, and so on and so forth. Why not? I mean, you're older than I am. Why not saying, we know what we want to do, let's go for it. Here's our plan. Why this lack of confidence?
Lack of confidence. Do you really perceive it as a lack of confidence?
You were always playing safe and playing yourself down.
Exactly that way. Yeah, because... how should I explain it? Because me, myself, I didn't have any experience being in a studio. It was for me the first time ever to be in a studio.
Okay.
So I was, what is happening here? I don't know. Yeah. And I was really happy meeting you because you somehow gave us a hand and said, okay, let's try this and try that. This is your job, of course, but you did a very good job with our hobby band.
That's basically my job.
Yeah, exactly. Lack of confidence because we knew what we are. We're just a hobby band, you know, and we don't have any experience making an album, recording the songs. Except Uwe, he was in the studio with his former band many years ago, many years ago. Yeah. But all the others. Didn't were in the studio before, and so I think this explains why we just would say, okay, let's have a look what's happening here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think this is the main point.
Okay, because the thing is, I remember you playing the first songs, and it was all great stuff. It was
Thank you.
Great from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because I remember something odd happening, which is not happening with a lot of bands, but with you it happened. I can't remember how long you booked the studio. I think it was 2 or 3 days or something.
3 days.
3 days.
Or 2 days. Friday, we started Friday evening building up the drum kit,
And
searching the sound for the guitar. And on Saturday, Sunday, we recorded. Yeah,
Which
3
was
days.
A great adventure. We're going to talk about later about this amp.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember listening to you guys after you came in, and I thought, well, there's more to it. I remember thinking to myself, there's more to it, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna leave it like this rough demo-ish whatever, or do we push it forward? And then I think something strange happened, and I would like to hear your view on this, because I had an intern back then, Paul, and we said, let's see or hear how far we can push Pro Tools, and let's make these songs you haven't played on a click on a click. So we stretched the drums so they matched the click, and all of a sudden the songs worked way better because you were not speeding up randomly.
Exactly. Yeah, how should I say, we somehow played dynamically.
Yes, you did. But how did you receive this message from me saying, I have an idea, here's something which needs a lot of work again?
For me, it was a very good idea doing that. But of course, it's tricky because, of course, the drummer, Harry, well, he knows who he is. Yeah, he knows he can't play on click.
Which is okay.
Yeah, which is okay. But doing it on click was like kind of criticism. Yeah, this was the problem for me. Feeling like, okay, he's feeling criticized, playing not good enough. And so this was, to say, no, that's okay. Yeah, let's try it. This is not criticism. This is making it better. This is making it better with the modern tools we have to sound great. Yeah? And I felt him that he was not fine with that at the beginning.
Is he now?
Now he is. Yeah, now he realized it was a good idea doing that because it was of the benefit for the sound of the songs.
Yeah,
definitely was a benefit for the sound of the songs. And I really was happy with that decision, not recording it live, playing all together, but doing an instrument after the instrument. So it was. It was good. It was really good. It was an intense and a creative process in these 2 days only.
Yeah. And then you came back because you obviously had to do the guitars all over again.
Yeah.
And I think which again was for the benefit because we took quite some time with your Marshall JVM.
Yeah.
Which actually is a nice amp, but I never could get my head around it, and never satisfied with the sound, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know why I have because of you. I have sort of a hatred with this amp. So I have a JVM. Yeah, go away.
go away with that.
Don't want to work on this amp. I have no idea. We tried a lot of cabs. We tried your stuff. You tried various different guitars.
Yeah.
I can't get my head around why it didn't work, and we come to the solution later on. But before we talk about the re-recording of EP1, we need to talk about this very funny moment where you were playing acoustic guitar over there, trying something, and all of a sudden your singer rushed out of the door, Uwe sticking his head into the control room door and say, no, it's all fine, you just do whatever, Michael is going away. And we hadn't finished recording, and it turned out his son was tested positive back in November 2020 when no one had an idea what this thing was actually about, which was fun. Anyway, so you went out of the studio being happy with this demo thing, and then I wrote down the extending expectations. Is that meeting your train of thought?
Yes. It was a longer and a better journey than I expected it to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your thought coming out of the studio in the first place?
In the first place, it was okay. We were doing it semi-professional, good demo. Yeah, but nothing more. Yeah, it was just let's record our songs and then see what we're gonna do with that. Yeah, like a demo EP or whatever. Yeah, to have something in our hands when we want to look for concerts or whatever. Yeah, and during these days here, it became do a great album now. Yeah, we're gonna make these songs good. For me, it was like, this is what I originally wanted. To have the choice and to play a second rhythm guitar, to play a lead guitar, and make all these overdubs we did with the guitar. It was really
huge all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. But it was, this is good. Let's make it. Yeah, just not like we're sound in our room in the cellar, but doing it in the studio, doing it more professional. This was good. It was good. Yeah, it was. Yeah, as you said, an extended expectation. This is a good phrase for that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we finished that EP. That went on Spotify. Would it had been on Spotify if we wouldn't had done did you plan to release it?
Yeah, we planned it to release it. Yes, but I don't know what we would. I guess we
wouldn't have come in an American playlist, would it?
However that happens, I don't know. Yeah, I think if we stopped the process of recording after the 2 days with the demo thing in our head, I think we would have been content with that. I think it would be like, okay, this is okay, but not our love. You know,
and you just burned it silently.
Yeah. So I
and never
don't know.
About it again.
I don't know. I can't really say what would have happened if we stopped here with a demo tape in our hands. Don't know. But nevertheless, it is how it is, and it was a great experience. And we have that first EP, and we put it on Spotify and co. And was good.
I would love to say it's a great EP, but the thing is, I know that these songs are now even better. Not,
exactly.
Not listenable for anyone listening to this podcast at this date. I will put links to stuff.
Perfect.
In it when it's out, whenever it's out.
Whenever it's out, exactly.
So, but did this make tensions in the band because the expectations changed? Did this turn to some negativity inside the band? Or was this content with everyone?
No, I think there wasn't any real tension that somehow caused a discussion. Yeah. Well, we always discussed many things in our band, and we still do, because we are so different personalities with different backgrounds, and we have, of course, somehow different expectations what the band is for. But at that time, recording our first EP, no, there was no tension in our band.
I'm talking about the change from demo to...
No.
Okay.
No, there was no discussion. We were really happy.
Okay.
We were really happy how it was working out here.
Okay.
All together. We were really happy. Oh, that's great. It's good stuff. And even our bass guitar player Uwe, who is always skeptical with everything, but only a bit, exactly. But that's okay, because he's pushing us. Yeah, that's perfect. Sometimes it's okay. Come on, stop talking about it. It's too much. But in the end, I always realize that's good what he's doing, because he's pushing us.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's awesome. awesome.
But this is the way it works. You know, this is a very, very a special person. But we need this guy in our band because he's technical, very good, and he has a good ear for realizing. Well, this sound that doesn't sound great. Yeah, but I don't realize. Yeah, and he realized it, and then. Yeah, it starts getting better because he says, "Okay, this hurts, but I'm doing this now." Yeah, and it hurts when he says this.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
But it's for the benefit of the music. Yeah, and it's great.
Me fighting with him.
Yeah, I know.
Every session, he's
I
in.
know.
And afterwards, we just laugh about it, and it's good. And I say, well, okay, it's been for the better. Maybe not the tone we both hit because we just hit each other hard.
But if you're stuck in this criticizing or in this, when he's talking about some stuff, it's always like, oh God, just can you say it's okay? Yeah, but he says no, it's not okay. For me, it's not okay because, and then it comes a really good input. Yeah,
and he fights his point, and then it's better.
Yes.
So. So you came back, actually, which means I might have done something right. And
yes, you did.
Came back and I wrote down the same but different. So
same but different.
Same but different. Same band.
Yeah. Same band, different songs.
Same sound-ish. But I think we approached it the way we should have on the first EP if we would have known. So, same setup. You came in with your drums. Harry was playing the drums to sort of a click now. So we played the click, so we had a rough idea where we are. Then we edited it, and you played it over on the same session. No, there was a week in between.
The week in between. We had 2 weekends, I guess, here in the studio.
Yes.
Yeah, the first weekend we recorded the drums and the bass guitar, I guess. And the second weekend was guitar and singing, I guess. I'm not sure at the moment, actually.
No, might not work because I only would edit the drums and then put the rest on it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it doesn't matter.
It was two sessions.
Two sessions, doing it the way we should have done.
Yes.
And now the expectations were higher from your side, I can remember, because now you were eager on pushing it even further.
Yes.
Sound-wise.
Yep.
But I also remember you opening up to the possibilities of what we can do here and what is fine here. And this is something quite interesting because for me, there are all these tools available and we just could do it. And then ego is the wrong word, but your habits come against that. And you might say, no, I'm not going to work on a virtual amp. I want to use my JVM still. We got some sound there, but it sounds like a razor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
I don't know.
It's probably me. But now you open up, and so and also Harry being on the drums and
much saying better.
That's way tighter.
Yes.
Not that insecure. And I remember me already saying, I would love to do the first EP again. Just play the 5 songs again and we do it over.
Yes.
So was it the same feeling for you guys? Coming in more planned, more prepared?
Yes, we had so much time for rehearsal in that year because of COVID. We don't have any other things to do than rehearsal.
Okay.
And we realized that we can do better. And we had so much time for concentrating on the new songs, how they work, what shall we do to make them sound great, to be on the point, to get tight. And Harry did a good job in that time. Really good job. And we tried to play on click in our cellar where we rehearse, and it worked quite well. And he put so much effort into it, and I realized, wow, that's getting really better to the next level. And always Uwe and Harry, the bass guitar player and the drummer, they discussed very much.
Oh, yeah.
Very much.
Oh, yeah.
Very much. But this was very important for our process because, as I said, Uwe always tried to push us. And he pushed Harry very much, sometimes over the borderline, but that was a good benefit. And the new songs, the new 5 songs with which we come here, they were different from the 4 songs from the first EP. They were more, how should I say, a bit more not so easy anymore. And they were, how should I say?
It's funny because
complex,
I can't tell them
more
apart.
complex, a bit complex.
Seriously, because I can't tell them apart. I don't know which song is old and which is new.
Okay. Maybe it's just from my side. Yeah, might be. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
because this EP never came down, and the
Not
songs
yet.
are still not listenable.
Not yet, unfortunately. Yeah.
So I mixed it, and nothing happened, and I thought just, okay, they split up or something. And then a very odd request came to me from you, saying, we want to do an album, can we mix these 2 EPs?
Yep. To make
so how
them
did this happen?
Well, the background is that we are lucky to found a label who want to produce and to support us. And they said, okay, we want an album, not an EP. Or I said, okay, what can we do? We have 5 new songs and 4 old songs. So why not putting them together to one album? And first we discussed, how shall we do that? Shall the listeners realize, okay, these are the 4 old songs because they sound different from the new 5 songs? And we said, no, why not trying to equalize it in the sound, find a new sound and to make them sound all the same. Like it was 9 songs from the same recording session. Yeah, this was our idea, to have an album with 9 songs that sound more or less the same with the sound. This was the idea. Yeah.
And that's been really tricky.
I know, but we made it.
This is all fine, because back then I didn't have my lovely Tamara, which would have taken pictures of everything we would have done. And if you would have come in for the second session, it would have been all pretty much the same. But okay, there were mics in the kit, there were mics on the snare and the toms, obviously, and everything else was different. Even the mics on the individual drums were different.
All were different.
No idea what your amp was put in. The only thing coherent was the bass DI. That was obviously the same, but I still forgot which mic I put in front of Michael. So nothing's been the same. And some miking techniques I changed, and I changed around again. So if you would have come in, I would do things sort of different, but the same as EP1. The stuff I didn't do on EP2 anyway.
Yeah, it was
stuff you changed in 1 year, obviously.
Yeah.
But with the lucky help of Trigger. So again, we're working on Harry's drums, because back to now, all the drums are the sounds we got out of his drum kit.
Yeah.
But I needed to change that because the drums weren't coherent at all. Yeah. So everything you hear are just the cymbals, because I guess he didn't buy new cymbals. I have no idea. It sounds sort of the same. Decided which triggered sampled drums I use. So these are all fake now. And then we re-recorded the guitars. The main guitar, I guess, everyone.
Not everything, just a few things. But I remember that you. How was it?
So now all the guitars are DI guitars only, because I always track them just for safety, and they're all bias FX, and we both chosen.
I can't remember
the sound.
Yeah.
I think it's a Marshall something.
Yeah.
But we tracked new stuff.
Yeah, we
and I
did.
don't know why.
I think we added some stuff to make them to make the sound to change the sound a little bit of the songs.
But you played a whole lot.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Didn't you?
It was one day I was here. Yeah, and I think we added more than we. We were just not playing the new guitar.
Seriously?
Yes. It was just adding some stuff. A second rhythm guitar or a lead guitar or something like
Never
this.
played the main guitar over?
No. Never did that.
Okay.
No, it was just adding some stuff to make the sound better, I would say. Yeah.
So ideas we had on EP2 transforming
EP1.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But the sound, we didn't change the main guitar.
Okay, I thought we played it all over again.
No, we didn't. It was one afternoon, I guess, or one day we were playing here. I can remember that I did some 2 or 3 solos new, and
then a mixed
rhythm
critique
guitar.
was I want to go back to the original one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can remember. But we discussed that in
That's
our
awful.
band. Yeah, I know this was awful, and I said, "Oh God, Fabian must be mad now when we talk about this." But this was the decision of the band. Yeah,
Not
can't
yours.
remember.
So not yours.
Well, this song we were talking about is somehow a song I'm still don't know what this song is really doing with me.
I don't know which song it is. So
Million Fights.
Is that Million Fights?
This is Million Fights, and I'm still not. This is a song. Well, don't know. It's
Anyway.
not my favorite.
Okay. Then we did some vocals over because Michael wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
Worked for the better. I think we did more songs than we wanted to because it was sounding so great.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I can't remember if I used the old gear. If I tried to emulate what I did before, I don't know.
Yeah. So this is minor stuff. I don't know what
Yeah,
you're doing
it's all
there.
good.
You're
All
the
good.
producer. I'm the musician. So I don't know what you're
that's
doing.
all good. But I just want to give the listener the idea of reproducing something because you have to, because you want to make it coherent.
Yep.
Which is sometimes a bit odd because you're not working the way you want to, but the way you must for the benefit of coherency, which is a bit odd. I don't know if we discussed pedals and stuff for sake of coherency, and you went back to
No, it was like, okay, from our side, here, Fabian, do it. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is our idea. Do it.
Yeah, there we
and
go.
you really did a fine job. I really have to say it. We were so. Even the first mix you sent us, the first rough mix, the first rough master
from the
remastering session. We say, wow. What the hell's going on? How do that sound? Or especially the old songs, yeah. And we would compare the old songs with the new songs and said, "There's no different anymore. There's no difference anymore. It sounds the same." It was like, how did you do that?
I can't tell which song is old, which song is new.
Yeah, this is and sounds. The sound is the same as it comes from the same recording session. And I said, what the fuck is he was doing? How did he manage this to get the sound the same?
It's you guys, it's you guys. Because you are playing and you stayed sort of the same band. It just evolved and not changed, and this is why this works. So if it would come in with something completely different on EP2, it would have not worked. If we would have put a lot of acoustic guitars and stuff, which we tried. If we would have done this, this would not have worked. And so, this album is coming out whenever.
Yeah, we're still not sure, unfortunately.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna release it in spring next year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Looking
hopefully.
Forward to that. Do you know the name of the album?
Yes, it's gonna be titled Liberation.
Liberation. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And they will all be mixed up, the songs.
Yes. So the old songs and the new songs are mixing up. It's not like the 4 songs are together, the 4 old songs are together and the 5 new songs are together. They're all mixed up because we said they sound so great. They sound so same in the sound. So it doesn't make sense anymore to say, okay, these are the old 4 songs. As we started at the beginning to say, okay, these are the 4 old songs, and afterwards the 5 new songs come on the album. So we mixed it all together and said, okay, what set list is good for the album? What makes sense?
So you make it an actual set list for the album?
Yeah.
Thanks, Adele, for making this possible again. You know that?
No.
Adele went to court that if you play in Spotify, the default setting is the songs in order and not shuffle anymore.
Okay.
So it makes sense to have an order for your album because the listener now can experience the order you wanted it to be and not in shuffle. So it makes sense to...
It makes sense, that's good.
Because, but I'm curious about the order because I know that EP2 has a theme. And EP1 has sort of a theme.
Yes.
And I'm very curious how they work together, but I will not spoil it.
It's gonna be good.
I guess so. And at some point I will get an email. Please send us the master for a vinyl or something. And I will say no. Anyway. I understand that you're now off to something different.
Are we?
you said to me.
We're off to something different. Something different. Well, this album is a chapter that is over.
Yeah,
exactly. And we were looking for something different. Yes, we need some more, or some new input, or some new creative process. I realize it when we rehearse and I play these songs from the album. It's like, okay, this chapter is over. I realize this is the songs are recorded. We are waiting for it to be released, that the songs are released. And now we have to go to the next step. And I don't know really in which direction we're gonna develop. We tried some unplugged things and some bit more cooling down, not so heavy, not so rough, a bit more smooth. Let's see, how the wind will blow us. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
which is awesome because if I think, let's pick Nico and the Sinister Blues for example from the last podcast.
Yeah.
These songs are a year old. We haven't played a show yet. And we're all sick of these songs already.
Yeah, I can
and we haven't played a promotion show yet, and we're gonna play these songs a million times just to promote them. Yeah. And we're already fed up with it.
Yeah.
I am. It's still fine. I'm gonna play it, Nico. Don't you worry. It's all good. But so to come back to the beginning, where you said, well, we're a hobby band, you don't have to. So you're now in the luxury to say, okay, there's a record. We don't have to promote it. We can sound completely different on stage. And it doesn't matter, and no one will care if a million fights will be played at all, ever.
Exactly.
Which is completely fine because you don't want to make a living out of it, and you don't have to make a living out of it. Which I guess is...
It's such a huge freedom, you know? We are not under pressure. Yeah. We can do whatever we want. We can take our time. We are now busy with the artwork, with for the cover and stuff, and we are not under pressure. And this is good, because we can decide. Whenever we want to release it, and the label, it's going to be Bursma Records, really a good guy working there, and he said, take your time, it's okay, it's okay, no pressure, do whatever you want. This is it's lovely, awesome. To have this support. It's not like, okay, you have to play. We have some gigs, you have to play 3 or 5 gigs, you have to be on time or whatever. It's like, hey, we can do whatever we want. Awesome. We can do with what we have in our hands now, the album, and we have it under control. Awesome. And this is, I think this is a freedom we have, the freedom of choice, to be a hobby band, you know? This is the difference. So if we were...
A reference no one gets.
Yeah, exactly. But when the album is released, maybe someone will get it. So we don't have to, because we don't want to earn money with that.
Yeah.
We don't. It's just a hobby. So that's the other side. Yeah. The price we pay is that we won't make it for a living. Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay. We are a hobby band, and we don't want to change that. Yeah,
That's all.
because we don't have the time for getting more in the market to say, hi, here's Tattooed Brain, and we play 10 shows per year. This don't gonna be happen.
So there's no big promotion at the very end where you say you can see us at blah blah blah,
No,
and there
no,
will be
no,
a tour on nothing.
No, not fortunately. We are in planning, of course, to make a release party or maybe a second or a third gig next year. This is our plan, to have 3, 4, 5 gigs per year. But it's so difficult for us as a hobby band to find a chance to make a show. It's
difficult
horrible
for everyone right now.
Yeah, of course, and for hobby bands it's even worse. It's like nobody wants you to play because there are no locations.
Yeah,
here in Frankfurt and around. This makes it very difficult. To get a show. Simply. Because no one waits for a hobby band called Tattooed Brain. That's the point.
But you're not under pressure. So.
Exactly. So we can choose. And we have to find maybe 2 or 3 bands with those we can put up a show together, and that's it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So everything. If you want to listen to the first EP in their first version, in their very original version, it's out. Links down below somewhere, and I guess it will disappear as soon as the new album's coming out.
Well, there's some legal problems,
as
always, but I guess it's gonna be disappearing. Yeah.
Okay, and so listen to it now to get the 2020 version of Tattooed Brain before you get the 2022 version of it, and. I will put all the links to everything, website, social media, blah, 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 down in the description below. And listen to these guys. They're awesome. And any last words?
Last words. This reminds me of a song of Megadeth. No, this is something different. Last words. Yeah, thank you very much for having me here.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. It was a intense time here for me and for us as a band, and listen to our new records coming out next year sometime. I don't know when, but I guess in spring. It's really good music. It's called Brain Rock, and we love it. Awesome. We love what we're doing.
That's awesome. Thanks very much for listening, and till next month with another band I don't know. Bye bye.
Bye bye.